Hey Space Fam, welcome once again to another Unfortunate Spaceman devlog from yours truly, Zag, otherwise known as Geoff Keene. This vlog is for beta patch 0.2.20 Jump Point. If you're new to Unfortunate Spaceman, it's a game about a shape-shifting death monster that wants to kill all the other spacemen while pretending to be them. It's multiplayer, and you can play as the monster or a hapless spaceman. It's like The Thing, but in space, with some whimsical overtones. We also have two other modes, Survival, which is a cooperative 10-player mode where you fight waves of monsters, and an upcoming 6-player cooperative mode, which I'll get to at the end of the video, and a Battle Royale mode. Just kidding. We're not. Dave, stop. Oshry, no! Back to 0.2.20 Jump Point. Objectives. The base movement speed of Spacemen has been increased by a small amount. This change was made primarily to make some of the larger maps a bit less harrowing to cross, as well as give Spacemen a slight edge in terms of running away from danger and completing objectives. You will definitely feel the difference, but also feel a bit more in control and less a victim of your poor space diet. This change does not affect monster movement speed, and the springy step perk, as well as the survival mode movement perks, do stack on top of it. Oxygen now decreases slightly faster to compensate for this. I was finding that Spacemen were spending a lot of time not taking research samples to the emergency mass ejectors, one of the things you have to do to call down the shuttle. One of the reasons for this was that holding a sample caused you to get painted with a giant green egg icon, letting the monster know exactly where you were at all times. This sort of de-incentivized traveling with an egg canister in your hand. This is no longer the case. The monster can no longer see samples while in transit by a spaceman. The monster must use their wits and wiles to find spacemen, or just look for footprints. Another objective-oriented skill that has been bundled into a buff for the Janitor perk. The Janitor perk will now automatically clear debris as you walk over it, making it extremely useful for players who want to focus on completing objectives instead of hunting the monster. More emergency mass ejectors have been added to various levels, specifically these emergency mass ejectors on Abduction, Duress, Echo, Recruitment, and Title Lock. I found that many players didn't know you could go all aliens on the rescue shuttle and steal it by destroying the cockpit door. Well, you can. The cockpit's now colored red to make it a bit more obvious as a target to the monster. The current goal text at the top of the monster's HUD has also been improved to include this win condition. Optimization. I spent a decent amount of time optimizing helmet LOD models. That is, lower detail models as the art gets further away from the viewer. Connor also created a new basic suit LOD, so when spacemen get a bit further away, we're basically shoveling their polygons into a garbage bin, so your GPU doesn't have to render them anymore. I've also optimized a bunch of textures that were way bigger than they needed to be. All in all, your toasters should run the game just a little bit better, or perhaps much better in some cases. There's still more we'd like to do on the optimization side of things. But until then, keep buttering that toast. I also optimized some netcode for better net traffic between server and clients, but more importantly, I switched around some of the visual effects when firing a weapon. Clients, even super laggy clients, should no longer feel a delay between their gunshots, hit markers, and bullet impacts. This means while the effects of your actions may take longer to process if you're super laggy, that snappy, visceral feedback should still happen instantly on your end. Gunplay now feels way tighter for every single player in the game, client or host, whether you're in the UK, Australia, Russia, or on Mars. There were also some small tweaks, such as automatic doors which now open and close twice as quickly and from a bit further away. On laggier clients, you were constantly smashing your face into doors hoping they'd open in time, so that should be a little bit better now. New artwork. The company assault rifle, as you might have just noticed, has undergone some great visual improvements from Connor Maddock Moran. This is still a work in progress, but there are new animations for just about everything the gun does. The company railgun has also undergone similar improvement. All of these in preparation for more customization and giving everything a unified and polished look and feel for 1.0. Jumping and landing now have sounds. And even change if you have magnetic boots, or if you're in monster form. Airlocks now have hissing air visually coming out of them when armed, for both color-deficient players and to make the threat a bit more obvious. If an airlock is doing this, don't do this. Unless you have magnetic boots, then you can do this. Map updates. While I do have more maps planned, right now I'm just focusing on getting all of the current map pool up to a nice visual quality and feel. For example, the monitoring room in Recruitment always tracks an approximate location of the monster. It's one of those neat level-specific hazards for our lurking beast. I've improved the artwork on the monitor to make it way more obvious as to what each sector means. If you're a smart little monster, shoot out this camera here to keep the spaceman from figuring out where you are as easily. Everyone's favorite cinema pub, Space Bar, is still undergoing visual updates. It's getting there. Abduction, that farm-based UFO map where you constantly die of oxygen out in the fields? Yeah, you know the one. That now has some oxygen-filled sheds outside here and here. Duress's tram stations now glow ever so slightly, so APL Fisher won't keep walking off the edge. Hopefully. Survival map, Claustrophobia, has lost a bunch of walls, and I closed off a bunch of doors to create a lot more dead ends. But maybe too many. This map is still in the testing phase, so give it a whirl and let me know what you think could make it better. In shapeshifter mode, weapons unlock over time. Previously, a second shotgun would unlock near the end of the game. Instead of that, it's now an auto shotty, as in the automatic shotgun from survival mode. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a hoot. Also, it's one way to help finish games quicker, because some of those drag. As a small quality of life fix, corpse piles, parasite eggs, and acid bombs no longer block player collision. They were causing a lot of blocking issues that were less fun and more confusing, since these things tend to lurk below your field of view. Now, instead of running into the acid bomb and getting stuck on it as it melts your face away, it'll just end up detonating somewhere around your groin area instead. Quality of life. The future. What's next? Glad you asked. This update, 0.2.20, was originally supposed to be part of a much larger update that also brought in the first cooperative mission, but as I developed this patch, I realized the optimizations and quality of life improvements were too good to wait on. That's why you're getting Jump Point today. This means 0.2.21, the next update, will feature the full release of the first 6-player cooperative mission. This short, story-driven, action-filled adventure is planned alongside a new enemy type for co-op and survival, deployable sentry turrets, and the company's anti-alien trip mine. All this should drop in the next update, 0.2.21. As usual, all of this is subject to change, but as of now, that's the plan. And if that plan changes, you'll know it, because you're already following me on Twitter at Geoff Keene, and following the game at Unfort Spacemen, right? You can pick the game up now on Steam Early Access for a low number of space credits, and join the Discord community at discord.gg/sandswept. I host community games every weekend, Saturday at 11 a.m. PST. See you in space, astronauts.
Someone's shooting at him right now. It's green, I'm pretty sure. Oh, get her done! Ah, you're fucking playing with me, dude. I did it! I hit him with that motherfucking railgun through the flames. Yeet!
That should have been so easy. What the hell happened?
It's called you bad.
I can't breathe.
Help me. How did you get up there?
I can't breathe. I'm stuck up here. Get help, please.
Will you come down? Will you jump down?
I'm dying. Help me.
Wait, what?
Come on down, Pizza.
What?
Come on down, Pizza.
Pizza, come down.
Jesus